everyone, it's Miranda and we're the Crafty Gals. Today we're going to be making a card and we're going to be using the Cricut cartridge Sweet Treats. I love this cartridge. I've only used it a couple times, but I really do like it. It's really fun and birthday-ish. And so you do have a couple other options. You've got presents that you can do, you know, for Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. There's ice creams that would be great for summer, just different things, and you can just change up the color scheme and make it kind of go into a different, you know, themed whatever project. But the great thing about this is there are 6 creative features. There's layers, which you need to put, you know, to make your items. And you've got shadow blackout, kind of the basic that we have on most of our cartridges. And then we have tags. You can make a tag. You have a card. You have a cupcake holder, and you have a party favor, which most of the party favors are just kind of like a box. I think they all are, actually. I haven't used those. I think that those might be better in the Cricut Expression, which I do have the baby bug, which might not be the best, you know, thing, but I bet it would still work. And so today's project is all going to be shown in real time. I'm not going to fast forward anything or skip anything. You're going to see the card from start to finish. So now we're going to go over to the Cricut and cut out our pieces. Okay, so we're at my Cricut, and I'm just going to turn it on. And I'm just going to load my paper in. Okay, so now I'm just going to show you, you know, the booklet. This is on page 44, and this is hat number 2. And so the first thing we're going to cut out, and we're going to cut out in yellow, we're going to use just hat 2. So we're going to go to 3rd row, 1st column, hat 2. For this particular cardstock, I have my, I'll just go ahead and cut it. I have my speed set at 3, my pressure set at 5, blade depth at 6, and I'm cutting this at 3 1/2. And like I said, this is the base of the little hat. Okay, and so now I want to pop up the little pom-pom at the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Layers, and then Shift, Layers, and then press the hat. So it should be hat 2 dash S, and it's on Layers. Okay, I'm just going to back it up a little bit. And I'm going to speed it down to low since it is a little bit more intricate. Okay. So I'm going to move it over to my pink, and on the pink I'm going to cut out the one with the polka dots. Okay, so that is going to be, let's see, just Layers. So I'm going to take off the shift, which is already off, Layers, hat 2. And this is a little more intricate too, so I am going to kind of leave it on 2 for the speed. Very cute. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut the triangle hat out, and I'm going to take off Layers. I'm going to do Shift and hat 2. Hold on. Yeah, so it still should be on Shift, and I'm going to speed it up to 4 since this is pretty just a straight line. Ah! Stop. Okay. Sorry about that. It does happen sometimes when you've got, you know, a big chunk of paper on there, or my mat's, you know, not as sticky. I should have probably restuck it before this. Okay, so I'm just going to load paper. Unload. Okay. Sorry about that. Sometimes funny stuff happens with your Cricut. Okay, load. Go down to here. I'm just going to make sure my paper's on there all the way. Okay, so now I'm just going to do the same exact thing. Shift, hat 2. so now we're just going to go back and we're going to put the card together. Okay, so I have all my pieces cut out, but first we're going to put our card base together. First I'm going to score this. I'm making a square card today. It's going to be 4 1/4 by 4 1/4, and you can get this by cutting a piece of 8 1/2 by 4 1/4. And so I'm just going to score this at 4 1/4. I'm just going to grab my bone folder, giving myself a really deep score line to follow. It's really great to score your cards. It minimizes tearing, but sometimes you still do get a little bit of tearing if you're using some heavyweight cardstock. It's just going to happen. Next I have this layer, and this is from the Sweet Sack by Die Cuts with a View, and it is cut at 4 by 4, and I'm just going to use some of this kind of sparkly fibers. I really like it. I'm just going to kind of wrap it around a little bit to kind of get the look I want. So I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to go ahead and tape it. I'm just going to be using some Scotch tape. Okay, that was weird. It's like folded on the tape thing. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of wrap it. Okay, that looks good to me, because I don't like it bunched up too much. I like it kind of spread it out a little bit. Okay, that looks good. Yeah, a lot better. Okay, so now I'm just going to tape that down in the back. You want it kind of flat so you can still adhere it to your card, okay? And let's see, I'm going to use pop dots on this because I do want a little bit of thickness because of the, fibers in the back. You can't really, make it flush to your card, but I don't want it like popped up like a pop dot. So I'm just going to, and these are actually Elmer's glue spots. They're pretty great. You do have to kind of rub them off to get them off of the wax paper, but I love them. And I think they're fairly cheap. I'm not exactly sure how much they cost though. And one more. Perfect. And so now I'm just going to adhere that down. Ta-da. Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of pull these pieces off of the Cricut mat. Pretty easy. Nothing too hard. Okay, and so these are my pieces. Your more delicate pieces, you might want to use your spatula for. Give you a nice little dot that you can use on something else. Okay, so now we're just going to adhere this together, and okay, so we're just going to layer this. Pretty simple. Yes, okay, so I'm going to be using glue dots. These are actually by, the regular Glue Dot brand company. Let's see, where are they? They're on the outside. Okay, so I'm just going to, and these will come right off. These aren't any kind of difficult. Ah, my paper came off. Again, giving a little thickness, but not too much, which is always good. Okay, I like that. And on this one, I'm not going to put any thickness. I'm just going to use just a glue stick. You don't have to go all out with your adhesives. Glue sticks work just fine. Okay, and now I'm going to pop this up with a pop dot, and I'm just going to use a circle one. I have round ones and I have square ones. I use the square ones a little more, I think, but today we're using a round one. It's just easier. And I'm actually going to kind of off layer it. I'm not going to put it exactly on. I want kind of a, just like that, so it's got nice and, fuzzy. Okay, so now I'm just going to adhere this down, and I'm going to use some of this photo mounting tape because it's really great for large pieces, and you don't need those tiny little pop dots and you got to do a bunch of them. It's just one piece. Using some scissors, and I'm going to make this kind of long, and I'm going to double pop it, which all you do is you just fold it in half. Okay, and I'm going to cut this into 2 pieces. I'm just going to pull it off both sides. Okay, I'm going to use some stickles, and I got a bunch of stickles for Christmas. I keep them in this little container. I think it's either from Staples or Office Depot, but you can buy paper clips and you just put it in here. So I am storing my stickles in there, and I'm going to be using, I think, the yellow. I think I'm just going to kind of put a little bit of extra sparkle on here. This is the just plain yellow, so really easy to remember. I'm just putting it all over that top layer pom-pom. Just kind of rubbing it. And I'm going to put a little dot. Okay, so it's the super simple card. I really like this. It really pulls out the sparkle in that and that. Just, kind of cool, different, and I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe. Go check out my blog at craftyelse.blogspot.com, and if you already have a blog, go ahead and follow over there. So thanks for stopping by. See you later. Bye.